Hi, listeners. We want to tell you about a podcast we're really digging. It's called Christopher Kimball's Milk Street Radio. Every week, they travel the world to find the most fascinating stories about food, including children who harvest cod tongues after school in Norway and a detective who tracks down food thieves. And on Milk Street Radio, you can always find the unexpected. The comedian who ranks apples using an elaborate 100-point system, the secret history of grocery stores, and how to eat your way through Italy. They also interview the most beloved names in food like Jacques Pepin, Sola Aweli, Jose Andres, Jet Tila, Ina Garten, Nigella Lawson, and Padma Lakshmi. Plus, co-hosts Christopher Kimball and Sarah Moulton do live calls with listeners and answer their questions about ingredients, techniques, and culinary mysteries. Like, why roasting a leg of lamb made one caller's oven explode? Ever wonder why your bread won't rise or your souffle falls flat? Chris and Sarah have the answers. You'll also hear from a rotating cast of contributors, including Kenji Lopez-Alt, Cheryl Day, Dan Pashman from The Sporkful, and Alex Ainuz, a French guy cooking from YouTube. Take a listen at 177milkstreet.com/radio or just search your podcast app for Milk Street Radio. You're listening to Heritage Radio Network.
HRN is food radio supported by you. Learn more at heritageradionetwork.org.
Welcome to Spill and Dish, a podcast from the Specialty Food Association. Founded in 1952, SFA is the leading trade association and source of information about the nearly $207 billion specialty food industry. We champion the food producers, retailers, and buyers who make up the specialty food world. I'm today's host, Megan Rooney, Program Development Manager at SFA. We're excited to bring you today's episode and so happy to be working with Heritage Radio Network, a nonprofit podcast network covering the world of food, drink, and agriculture, and expanding the way eaters think about food. Today's guest is Amanda Oenbring, CEO of the Upcycled Food Association. The Upcycled Food Association is a nonprofit focused on preventing food waste by growing the upcycled food economy. UFA envisions a circular economy of food in which millions of consumers prevent food waste through the products they buy. Amanda will be speaking on the Big Idea stage at the Summer Fancy Food Show on Tuesday, June 25th at 11 a.m. in a session titled Upcycling, Market Growth, Movement, and Future Trends. Thank you so much for joining me today, Amanda, and welcome.
Thank you, Megan. It's such a pleasure to be here and looking forward to June ahead.
Great. So I'd love to jump right in and discuss your Summer Fancy Food Show session. Can you tell me about what people can expect to learn?
Yeah, well, it's a really exciting time, I feel like, both in the food movement in general and then specifically for upcycling. So, as a membership-based trade organization ourselves, really our association is celebrating and accelerating the work of our members. And we are 5 years young, headed towards that milestone ourselves later on this year. And in those last 5 years, really, the UFA has seen so much great momentum and growth, both in the understanding and adoption of upcycling, as well as new product innovation. So excited to both share kind of our perspective of where we've been as an organization, as well as what we're really looking ahead to and where we're seeing our members planning towards in the months and years and decades ahead, because there is so much potential and so much opportunity for both innovation and, growing the adoption of some amazing new potentials that we're seeing starting to take place already across food products.
Wonderful. I can't wait to sit in the audience for that one. What upcycling trends are you currently seeing? Can you share, just a few trends that you're seeing right now?
Yeah, well, it's so timely and, top of mind for us in that really end of last year was a significant milestone for the awareness of upcycling, and that the EPA released a new version of its wasted food scale. So really looking at, okay, as there is a moment where food is, not utilized, what are the next best steps to really make sure the full potential of that is realized, in that essentially of what it is. The, first thing you want to be doing is preventing food waste in the first place. But if you're not able to do so, donation is the next alternative there. And we were really thrilled in this update to the wasted food scale that upcycling is right alongside donate as really a best and highest use option. So, a one trend I would say is definitely seeing that recognition from broader stakeholders and perspectives of the value of upcycling. And then how does that come to life? We really see that across the product mix of where upcycling is really getting traction on the consumer front. And, we're a lot of momentum in the snack category. It's no surprise that especially younger demographics are, avid snackers and really looking forward to, of the purchases that they're making, what is really driving that purchase behavior. I was just at Prepared Foods Magazine, new product conference, and they had a lot of, trends shared that was, especially the younger buying demographics are looking for taste, they're looking for value, and they're looking for excitement. So that's where I really feel like the upcycled angle brings that excitement and that novelty to life through a wide variety of snack products. And then I think an interesting angle that we're increasingly seeing, and that a lot of our membership is also working in the ingredient space of, what are the novel ingredients or the ingredients that we might need to be turning to on the path ahead, substitutes for cocoa, for example. And that is a really stressed supply chain at times from environmental factors and economic factors. So seeing the novel substitutions and where people are getting really creative with that innovation and research and development.
Perfect. And what are some simple steps that brands can take to improve their upcycling efforts and decrease waste?
Thank you for that question. Yeah, we really try to be the home for a wide table, in that to become a member of UFA, you don't have to have an already existing upcycled product. We really try to be the home for come join this community, learn alongside others that are on this journey with you, whether they have an existing product or they're just starting to think about it, as well as, inclusive of the entire supply chain, whether you're on the research side or you're on the technical innovation side, you're on the ingredient side, or distributors, manufacturers. So, I think really looking from wherever you sit among that supply chain of just where are those moments of intervention where, you might have an idea of a side stream or, awareness of a byproduct, and taking the moment to step back and saying, okay, what are we already putting into addressing this, right? There's a labor impact of that could be a cost center within your business. So kind of using that as the spark of the innovation of saying, okay, we have this resource at hand, and what are the collaborations or the ideas that are out there of really being able to take this resource and turn it to life in a different way to, complement our product mix that we already have or kind of break into a new space. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So many of our members are interested in doing their part in whatever they can to just upcycle products and help to decrease waste. So that's really helpful. And my final question for you today is, what are you looking forward to most at the Summer Fancy Food Show?
Yeah, well, it is such an exciting moment in that as an organization, we've always marked and celebrated Upcycling Day, which is actually June 24th. So excited to be at the show, overlapping with that, not created by UFA, but celebrated internationally. But our evolution of that we will be launching just around the corner here in June is that we're celebrating all of June is Upcycled Food Month. So really excited to kind of have the culmination of a month long of social activation and programming and webinars, really to be there on the show floor with a great community of food. And, for folks that might not be able to make it to the show itself, we will have a variety of public facing webinars that week. So one of which will be June 24th on Upcycled Day alongside Refed, and then our partner Where Food Comes From, which owns the Upcycled Certified standard. So look forward to that on June 24th. my time on stage on June 25th. And then we will have a research fellow program symposium. They'll report out on their findings of their research on June 27th as a webinar, as well as a member webinar on June 28th of really sharing different perspectives of members that are upcycling across CPG, pet, innovation and ingredients. So that's a great chance to kind of get in on the line on the Zoom and hear some member stories of inspiration to think about how you might integrate upcycling into what you're already doing. And, the home of all those links and where to find them is upcycledfoodmonth.org. So invite you to jump on in, see what you can learn and spread the word on in the month of June.
Beautiful. Perfect timing that this episode is likely to air in June as well. So you have quite a busy month ahead.
Yeah, well, so grateful for the chance to help share the word and spread the vision and grow the movement alongside SFA as a great member of UFA.
Of course, we are happy to help. So Amanda, thank you so much for speaking with me today. And as a reminder, Amanda will be speaking on the Big Idea stage on Tuesday, June 25th at 11 a.m. at the Summer Fancy Food Show. The show will be held at the Javits Center in New York City, June 23rd through 25th. If you're a retailer, buyer, or industry pro and want to attend the show, visit specialtyfood.com to learn more and register. Special thanks to Heritage Radio Network, the world's pioneer food radio station. This is Spill and Dish, a Specialty Food Association podcast.
Spill and Dish, a Specialty Food Association podcast, is powered by Simplecast. Thanks for listening to Heritage Radio Network, food radio supported by you. Keep in touch at heritageradionetwork.org/subscribe.
Craft cocktails, from the classics to zero-proof drinks, are all around us. But what if we told you that craft cocktails are actually a relatively recent addition to the culinary scene? My name is Toni Tipton-Martin, and I'm the editor-in-chief of Cook's Country at America's Test Kitchen. I want to introduce you to a podcast mini-series I'm hosting called 100 Proof, The Journey of the American Cocktail. Over 6 episodes, we'll look at how mixed drinks offer us a window into what was happening in America during the dawn of the cocktail. We'll then take you to the present day to contemplate what forces led to our modern cocktail renaissance. And along the way, we'll of course be sharing cocktail recipes with you. Subscribe to Proof from America's Test Kitchen so you won't miss the first episode. It drops on Thursday, May 23rd. Again, that's Proof, Proof, from America's Test Kitchen. Cheers.